Okay, welcome back to Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. We're going to go ahead and hopefully beat the game today. Let's go ahead and just get it going. So, got the ferry, did all that, went over to Gaia, released her so we could get the Oxyel, which is lets you breathe underneath water, which is where we're going to go. Please save the mermaid. Yep, we're going to Mermaid Land. It's a really cool cutscene here, too. I don't know if it was in the original or not. Yeah, just a little bit of water, though, you know? Something different, I guess. Change it up. You don't really get a whole lot of entrance screens like that going over hills or mountains or anything, which I think they missed pretty big on the adventure. Okay, so we are in the Sunken Shrine, and probably the best dungeon music in the entire game. Especially the arrangement. I think this is like the best version that the song's ever been. So, we have a long trek. Let's go ahead and get it. A lot of water monsters down here, so you will consider using Thundara, which we have a gauntlet for that. Now for this section, I usually go with the wizard staff. Until I really need the healing, then that's when I'll put the mage back on healing duties, but it's fun just to mess with the enemies when you can. Because there's going to be a lot of formation-driven enemies in this map. And check doors. And you'll see we got 2 chests on this bottom floor. Like I said, a funny little spell that just kind of prevents them having a turn, which is nice. Alright, so the whole thing about this dungeon is that you have to go to the depths, so you'll have 2 access areas, so you'll have one over there in the top left. That's the way to actually go to fight the boss. But we want to ascend. You want to go up first in the Sunken Shrine because you're going to come across treasures and all that stuff that you need. So this room kind of sucks because, as you can see, you have to go like all the way to the top there, all the way back down to the bottom, grab these chests, grab these doors that are like really on the other side of the buildings in the direction you want to go. So you can imagine that this place was very miserable back then. The hardest enemy to pull from the Sunken Shrine is the other variation of the Big Eyes down here. I forget what they're called, but that'll be like a blue Big Eyes, and that's probably the hardest thing to get. But you are about to net some really, really nice armor and weapons down here, so just be prepared for that. There we go. We got the deep eyes. I actually went this entire dungeon last time while I was going for the Platinum Trophy and did not even find one of these at all in one single dungeon run. So I was really shocked by that, but I mean, you can just revisit these dungeons whenever you want. So luckily FF1 isn't that bad in that regard. A light axe is a really nice one too. You can cast Diara for free. That's your second attack weapon is a Fyra. So it's not going to be that good down here, but now the mage has a way to actually do damage. Albeit it won't be as strong as the black mage, but at least it's something. Okay, and then Rejoice, you will have a free moment while you're on the 5th floor. This place does not have any enemies at all. And there is a little gimmick to this place, but we actually want to grab all the chests first. Okay, move, motherfucker. So many windy paths this place. I hate this. And this is a really nice treasure trove because it's going to increase your survivability chances once you head up to the next fortress after this. So it's not going to be useful right now because obviously we're not fighting anything lightning worthy, but it'll make sense in the future. Then cut across the screen to get over here. The Rosetta Stone. So we will figure out what to do with that. It's been a while since we had an NPC talk about that thing, so it's definitely not going to be on your radar. Now the night is pretty much set up. So you should have 20 out of 32. So chest is clean, chest is clean, chest is good, chest is good, and that's it. Okay, I would suggest popping an exit spell here. Instead of running down both floors again. Manticores are upgraded versions of the Sphinx, so business as usual. Okay, so a long time ago we were talking to a bunch of NPCs here in Melmond. One of them was talking about like a Rosetta Stone, and some other NPC somewhere else was saying like, oh, my brother knows something about languages or whatever. Very obscure dude to kind of like think about, but you want to talk to Un? I think his name is Un. Uni? I don't know. This is the Rosetta Stone. Woo. So you can decipher Lufenian. And that's it. So now we have the ability to speak to the Lufenians. So if you take your butt back all the way to Lufenia, now you can understand what those people are saying instead of that oogala boogala stuff. Though I never really understood the significance of knowing what their language could do for you. So we'll just kind of take a detour real quick. Yay, sandworms. Those are kind of hard to come by too. We are Lufenian descendants of the race. Okay. You use a vessel called an airship. Okay. I think one of these NPCs has like something actually that you need to do. I think that was the whole point. One of them gives you like a chime bell. Hold on. There you go. Silly me for not remembering this. Okay. So you do need to learn the Lufenian language for the chime. I forget about that. Because if we were to walk to the tower in that desert, you were going to get rejected until you figured out how to get it. And then this was actually retrograded in this game, that line about airships, and then this is built by a man named Sid. So Sid has now been introduced to every single Final Fantasy game. They just did that as a retroacting right there. That was never in the original title, so. He is now in FF1s through 16 forever. Either as a good guy, bad guy, or of the sort, but always associated with an airship. Legacy character gone wild. So now you can enter there. That's the Mirage Tower. But we don't want to do that. We need to finish our quest for the mermaids. Typically that never happens, so rejoice when you get those moments. Okay, now we want to go all the way to the bottom, so we're going to come here, cut across. The Sahagin Prince. He can be very rare too, but usually I find him pretty early in the dungeons. Dungeon can be very disorienting, so just kind of stick with it. Got 4 doors and all our treasure chests, really. Whole bunch of water elementals down here. This sucks. These guys actually hit really hard. Just useless. I mean, Gil at this point in the game, like, come on. Even without the boost, it's still too much. See, Thundara's just enough to get it over with, too, so you don't have to worry too much about using Diara or nothing like that. This fight's stupid. Nice. Giant's gloves are so good. Now you can cast Saber on your own characters, and let me tell you, I think you can even put them on too. Yeah. So Saber is like, you want to add that to your, like, after you temper, haste, and then use Saber on like your Knight and Master, and you'll be hitting really hard, like almost 2,000 points of damage. It's just a really nice setup to buff your characters like that. We have maxed out our guild counter. What a waste of heal. Come on. Another light axe for no reason. And Antonio has hit 999 HP. That is the cap. Now all that's left is to get to the boss and fight it. Let's see. He's gonna be in the big room, so you want to get right there. What path do we want to take? A lot of doors around here. Like, obviously you wouldn't know like how many chests are in each area because old version that's how it is. But since they're kind enough to give us quality of life, we don't have to explore very far here. All right, let's fight the boss. That's pretty much it. And that was the sunken shrine for you. So, like, for this boss fight, I'm going to use Saber, attack. He likes to open up with lightning, so hopefully we can get Null Shock off before he gets turned. Sometimes, though, that's not the case, so. Then Temper. And it all missed. I forget that in this version of the game, that shit misses, like, all the time. Then you want to cast Saber on yourself. Just give the white mage something to do. That's pretty useless in this fight. It's funny as fuck. Wow. I mean, just ridiculous, but okay. Yeah, I forget. The null abilities I was really high about because they work really nicely, and I don't think they ever miss in the GBA and phone versions, or maybe it's just a phone version. I don't remember, but in this one, they just seem to always miss. Especially with a white wizard, it's like, come on, guys. That kind of shit is really stupid. Okay. Yep, now water has been restored. One final fuck you fight to get out of here. I don't even think we took damage. Okay, up to this point you should have done everything that needs to be done. You went through there, got the warp cube. You're going to need the warp cube before you go to Mirage Tower, because you're not going to be able to go to Tiamat's Fortress without it. Hopefully you did your class change. If not, then go do that now. If you went through 3 dungeons without class changing, that's okay, but make sure you go here and get it over with. Because not class changing till like the end of the game is kind of risky, suicidal, but hey, you do what you gotta do. Unless you're doing like some kind of challenge run, then sure, I guess. Nothing to be done in the towns, nothing's changed. This is one of those Final Fantasies that the world state will never change, no matter what you do. So just kind of play through. If you want to clean up, you got trophies that you need to do or whatever, then start hunting monsters. Start checking your bestiary, look on the internet to find out where you might have missed some things, because some of them are very hard to spawn because of, RNG. But that's about it. Chaos Shrine's still going to be the only one sitting at 6 out of 13, and that's because it is probably going to be in the future. And if you look at the world map, we have 2 grayed out spots. That is going to be the key locations that we need to head to next. So go ahead and take aim. And you won't be able to access like those types of things unless you do this cancel and left trigger. So cancel left trigger, and that'll give you the dot that you need to go to. I don't know why that is, but it's just the thing that they decided needed to be a thing. You can only land here. Go ahead and give the master his time. I was just about to say, so there's a dinosaur out here. The Allosaurus is one of the hardest pulls in the desert, and we got him on first run, so that's good shit. Okay, and we stand at the foot of Mirage Tower, so go ahead and get ready. Make sure you got the chime from Lufenia, all that good stuff. If you didn't, then, remember you need to use the Rosetta Stone. You probably forgot way late into the game about, like, what the hell is this? What am I supposed to do with it? Again, just write down what NPCs are requiring, because you never know when you're going to pick up an item associated with a quest. That's a very obscure quest, so yes, going back into the day, these are how these were ran. So, thanks for watching, and next time will be the Mirage Tower.